If you want to master the writing skills and knowledge section of the Praxis Parapro assessment, that's code 1755, this video will equip you with the strategies you need to perform confidently under exam pressure. Hi, I'm Elizabeth, a college professor and a Study.com test prep expert. I've guided countless aspiring educators to pass their Praxis exams. Today, we're focusing on writing skills items, those questions that test your grasp of commas, apostrophes, and subject-verb agreement in classroom contexts. We'll go over how to spot and fix common errors so you can maximize your exam score. This competency covers the application of writing skills and knowledge to support classroom instruction. Are you ready to put your skills to the test? Let's dive into some sample questions. Writing students are tasked with writing a persuasive essay to convince the school to include a recess for older students. There are many paths the students can take for this, but which of the following are the best tools to convince the school of the educational benefits of this free time? Would it be A, connotation and personification, B, personification and data statistics, C, data statistics and expert testimony, or D, personal anecdotes and vivid imagery? Let's think about what makes a persuasive essay especially convincing in a school policy context. Administrators will want solid evidence, so our best tools will combine factual proof and credible authority. Option A, connotation plays on emotional associations of words, and personification gives human qualities to non-human things. These may make the writing more engaging, but they won't provide the concrete support a school board needs to change policy. Option B, personification and data statistics. The statistics are helpful, but personification still doesn't add real proof. So we could do better by using two forms of evidence. Option D, personal anecdotes and vivid imagery. Anecdotes will show individual experiences and imagery paint clear pictures, but alone these anecdotes don't demonstrate broad educational benefits for the entire student body. So this would not be our best option. The correct option would be C, data statistics, and expert testimony. These are the best tools to convince the school to add recess for older students. The audience here is the school, which operates more on hard data than they do on personal feelings or any other type of persuasive writing. A high school senior is delivering a speech at graduation. Which of the following closing statements is most likely designed to appeal to their target audience of peers? Would it be A, class of 2023, we outta here? B, I hope that whensoever you find yourself reflecting upon our time together, you have only gleeful memories of our capricious adolescence. C, a wise man once said, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. Or D, to my illustrious classmates at this junction in our lives, I wish you triumph and jubilation as we embark on our next expedition. Take a moment to examine each closing statement. Think about tone, audience, and purpose. Then you can see that three of them are very similar, but one only truly speaks to a graduating class of high school peers. Options B, C, and D are all very floral, and they feel disconnected from personal experience in the immediate moment of high school graduation. Graduation speeches should be heartfelt and well-intentioned, but not so lofty that they don't mirror the casual shared excitement of these high school seniors. So for this question, the best answer would be option A, class of 2023, we outta here. Read the following passage from Chapter 1 of Open Source Democracy by Douglas Rushkoff and answer the corresponding questions. Take a moment to read the passage. You are assigned an essay based on the passage from Rushkoff's book. However, your instructor returns your essay to you with the following symbol marked over several sentences, RO. What error does the RO proofreading abbreviation indicate? Would it be A, fragment, B, run-on sentence, C, verb tense problem, or D, spelling error? Let's unpack the question step by step, focusing on the proofreading abbreviation RO and what it tells us about the student's writing. A strategy here would be to review the different proofreading abbreviations prior to your exam, but also we can use context clues to help figure out which answer would be best in this scenario. After reading just this small passage, you can see this one sentence that I've highlighted is incredibly long. We don't want to have run-on sentences in our writing. It could probably be broken down into two different ideas. So this gives us a great clue. We can eliminate the option A, fragment, because there are no short fragmented sentences in this passage. And since RO, or run-on, flags too much text, not too little, that would not be the correct option. Next, we can eliminate verb tense problem. This would be marked with a different notation, like VT or just simply T. RO does not relate to verb forms. We can also eliminate option D, spelling error. Since we've read through this passage, we can tell that there are no spelling mistakes, and that would typically get circled or labeled SP. So RO is definitely unrelated to any spelling errors. So based on the passage and the context clues provided, we can safely say that the correct answer is B, run-on sentence. The RO proofreading abbreviation indicates that the essay draft contains several run-on sentences. Use the following passage to answer the question. After three couples had failed midst the laughter and shouts of derision of the onlookers, Philibert of Savoy, bending on his knee before Marguerite, begged her consent to try the dance with him. The admiring crowd of retainers shouted in reproval, "Savoy and Austria!" When the dance was ended and no eggs were broken, the enthusiasm was unbounded. Which of the following is an example of an activity that will help students write a position statement about the writing? Would it be A, ask students to write an essay about the Easter practices in their home? B, show a film about early Easter celebration practices? C, assign a book about all holiday celebration history? Or D, ask the students to research if there are any scholars that disagree with the information provided? Let's keep in mind here that a position statement asks students to take a clear stance on an aspect of the writing, whether it's theme, accuracy, or perspective. Then support the stance with evidence. So we're looking for an activity that supports this position. With that in mind, we can rule out option A, ask students to write an essay about the Easter practices in their home, because this would be a personal narrative assignment, not a position about the text itself. We can also rule out option B. Watching a film is a comprehension activity, not a prompt to develop or defend a position regarding the passage's claims or interpretations, so this would not be an effective activity. Option C is not ideal either because reading a general history doesn't directly engage students in evaluating or arguing about the text itself. Option D is the best choice here because it requires students to engage critically with the passage's claims. Asking students to research if there's any scholars that disagree with the information provided will allow them to see the other positions that historians can take, and this will allow them to further understand their own position on the subject. I hope this review helped boost your confidence for test day. Remember to review key terms and abbreviations to lock in that essential knowledge. For more practice, check out our Praxis Parapro Assessment 1755 playlist. And for even more detailed practice, strategies, and customizable study materials, head over to study.com and check out our Praxis Test Prep course. Those who use study.com boast a 92% pass rate. Our courses include full-length exams, hundreds of authentic practice questions, and short targeted video lessons specifically developed based on the latest test updates. With our resources, you'll know exactly what to expect on test day. Like this video and subscribe to this channel to get all the latest Praxis test updates. And please leave your questions and success stories in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching. Happy studying.